Moto 2. Unfortunately, we've only got 7 riders today due to people vanishing, whether it's sleeping, Wi-Fi's dying, holidays, or not, or just go full-on ghosting. But we got 7 riders today, so some good chance for quite a few of them to get some good points. So instead of doing a 10-minute quali, oh, that's a big eyesight. But instead of doing a 10-minute quali race, 5-minute quali race, just going to do 5-minute qualies, just because it makes. Anyway, so we have Max out on the track currently. As he now goes down the straight. Really long straight down here. To the hard braking zone. To the 90-degree right-hander. And now through the left, right, left, and right again. Around this long double apex left-hander. And then into this double right-hander. Rising over the hill. And now dropping for the blind right. And into the hairpin. And now into another hairpin. And now into the final corner, which is also an hairpin. So this last sector is pretty much just all hairpins. So if you don't like hairpins, L's for you. As Max goes across the line to set the first lap of the session to 51 flat. That might be good, that might be trash. Who knows? Let's find out. As Mini crossed the line, there's a 50.1. Also, Mini can't get his beloved 8th place in Moto 2 today due to the numbers, so Showman will be happy that he'll be getting another 8th place. Howling, his teammate, goes first. It's currently Cressini, or Federoil Cressini. 1-2. Josh loses the rear, way too much power on the exit there, and he is down. So just 1 minute, 30 odd seconds to go. One more lap for everyone. We have Mohammed taking not the greatest line, unfortunately. Nearly, and he did actually touch the grass there, and that's his lap invalidated. So he will have one more go. As Finley now, it's red in sector 1 as he is following Howling. Oh my lord. What kind of these guys want a spectacular crash? Poor Finley, he was in the perfect position, and I don't know how Howling lagged or what, but he just turned the other way, and unfortunately that was a disastrous crash. As Max goes on the grass and crashes as well. Oh dear, we haven't got a lot of people having much luck here, but Mini, who is transferring from the 2020 bike to 2021 bike, he goes down the straight. Into the braking zone. Unfortunately, he's lost time on his own personal best as Howling's crashed, and that will be his session over. Everyone else is on a lap, I believe. So here comes Mini round the double left. Sitting the bike up. Finley has managed to get through sector 1, but not as good. Mohammed a red sector 1. Jack Berman's session is already over, as well as Howling's, as I've previously said. Through the double rights, Mini is improving his lap time. Hander, and now it's the combos of hairpins. And Mini's lost time in the third sector. Finley has crashed, so Finley will not be on the front row. So it's just Max, Josh and Mohammed left. As Mini crosses the line, and he improves by 4 tenths of a second. Is Mohammed next on track? Yep. Where will Mohammed go? It's very difficult to find out due to you don't know the actual split times of the riders. This way validated last time. He's not done so this time. Goes out the final corner, down the straight. And he's just nabbed second place off Mini by 8 thousandths of a second. As Josh now in the final corner. Takes a very nice line, doesn't lose the rear like last time. He crossed the line and he can only go 4th. Max has lost time in the third sector, and looks like Mini's going to get his first ever front row start. So good job, Mini. So, Max loses the front of the final corner, and that is all she wrote. So Howling in first, Mohammed in second, Mini third, Josh 4th, Max 5th, with Finley and Jack Berman not even setting a lap. Disappointing. But obviously, I'm sure they'll be there in the race. Hopefully.
Hello.
So now, just wait for everyone to ready up. Everybody has readied up, so let's go. Cloudy weather it looks like. Not sure how much of an effect this can have on the riders. Don't know if it's going to cause them to go with different tyres due to the temperature, but let's see. And we're off. And Mohammed gets a brilliant launch and actually takes the lead into turn 1 as they go through turn 1 now. Oh no, Mini and Josh collide. Just fortunately their lines merged into one and down Mini goes. After a great qualifying, that's really unfortunate, but Mohammed taking a very wide line through the hairpin, and Howling now leads the way. You got Josh trying to get all the slipstream in the world to pass Mohammed. He's going to take the outside line as he's trying to nab the slipstream from Howling. As you've got the 3 bikes behind there, and Josh is into the lead. Lots of lag going on, and Finley has gone straight on into the gravel trap. Oh, Mohammed's down as well. I don't know what's happened there, but both stop and go bikes have crashed, and now Mini. Oh, Mini's not close enough, unfortunately, to inherit, but he's all the way up that Mini. So Mini's moved up to 6th place. But it's Howling in first, the 2 Mark VDS boys in 2nd and 3rd, with Max in 4th. These 2 battled at the Austrian round as well. I think they might have battled at Assen as well. Can't quite remember, but oh, Jack came very close to his teammate there. Howling going off the track, he's doing some motocross. As Jack, very tight move. Yeah, that maybe wasn't the best idea because we're now close to now to Howling to attack. As Josh sends up the inside of his teammate, Jack sits the bike up, and now he gets the undercut on Josh, who has disappeared. There he is, sporting a Lorenzo helmet. For this race than if he did last time. Memory's trash. But anyway, Howling leads the way on lap 1. Jack Berman in 2nd, Josh in 3rd. Everything pretty much same as it was at the end of sector 2. So we have 5 laps to go of this race. Josh once again trying to get some slipstream. Jack Bergman doing a massive stop. He's going to run really wide through this right-hander. And now he's falling back into the clutches of his teammate as the front of the bike starts to wobble. So we got Howling, Mohammed and Mini, who will also be racing. Oh, where's Josh gone? Josh running wide, and Mac nearly takes third position from him. But those three riders will be racing in the Division 2 race in under an hour's time, as Mac nearly runs to the back of Josh. So lots of mistakes by all the riders here. Finley unfortunately losing touch to Mini and Mohammed. And Howling is just extending the gap. Fortunately, his championship rival of Nelson is not here. Neither is Deck. So this is Howling's big chance to take some big points. Yeah. Right, so, what's happened? Howling's still got got 1.8 second lead now. Not much. Oh, Mini's managed to get into 5th place. He's managed to pass Mohammed, who seems to have fallen off given the gap. Oh, no, he's done the grass. Oh, he's down again. You can see the lines people have made through the gravel as they've ran wide. So unfortunately not a lot going on in this race currently. So we go through turn 5. There's not a lot really to talk about, to be honest, since the gaps are all big. So, start the next lap. 2 more to go. Oh, I wish there was some on-track action, but Seems like this race is just going to drag a bit. Sarling now 2.6 seconds in front. He does seem to lose time in the last sector. The hill. And now for the blind right. And into the sequences of hairpins. So we're on the final lap. Into turn 4. Jack Berman's got a long lap penalty. Finally we've got something interesting. And he's not been able to take it. So now it's a battle between him and Josh. Oh, Mini's managed to get into 4th place. It's him and Max are battling. Finally we got some action. Hallelujah. So we go down the straight. Side by side between the two Calyx machines. Max giving a massive squeeze to Mini. Oh my lord. I think you have to close the door, as Max would be saying right now, I believe, to Mini. But Mini's found his way through anyway. So now Josh, he's just a 10th away from 2nd place. It's going to be really tight. But Jack's just going to keep his lines right, and he will take 2nd place just about. But howling into the final sector, round the 3rd to last corner. Around the 2nd to last corner and up to the final corner, and Howling is going to take his 4th victory in Moto 2. Holden Howling, Jack Berman takes 2nd, Josh will bring home 3rd, and Mini so close to podium. Maybe he could get podium in the 2nd race. Max in 5th, Finley in 6th, and Mohammed in 7th. So we're Howling in 1st, Jack 2nd, Josh 3rd, Mini 4th, Max 5th, Finley 6th, Mohammed 7th. So well done to everyone. See Howling just a margin faster than the rest of them. So really, should it stay dry, seems like Howling might walk away with the 2nd race. Right, let's go again. This one here again. So who's that? Who is on who's out on track already? Is it Mohammed? And there's already been 2 crashes of Jack Berman and Max. So here we go once again. Will it be deja vu, or will we actually have all the riders do a lap in qualifying this time? Let's see. It's Mohammed. Will be the first person to enter Sector 2. And Mohammed's run quite wide, and that is his lap in the bin. The 2 Cristini boys going together as Jack Berman's crashed. It's Max now, who's entering turn 5. So both Little Trans riders. Forget me. Mohammed's not on Little Trans, he's on the stop and go. Another blue bike then goes through. Through the double left now. Down the very bendy straight into the double right. All Finley's crashed. Through the blind right and now to the hairpins. Little right kink into the. So now we enter the pre-penultimate, then the penultimate, and then the ultimate corner of the lap. Oh, Finley's crashed again. So Max sets the benchmark time, 50.8. Howling backs out. Mini should beat that. He does. By 1.4 seconds. Very nice time there by Mini. Josh now enters the final sector of the lap. Josh crosses the line and goes second. Mohammed comes to the end of sector 2, there he goes. It's a personal best, so he hasn't had a lap yet. Being going faster than Mini. So could Mini go 1 or maybe even 2 better in this qualifying session after achieving his first front row start last time? Whoa, big slide there. And Josh has crashed. Howling's pit again, so Howling's not got long. And now across the line for Mohammed, where will he go? I think he goes pole by 5 thousandths of a second. Wow. How cruel. So here comes Max. Around the penultimate corner. So he slides into the final corner now. Looking for an improvement. Maybe improving in sector 1. You put back to cruising time, but not position. Mini a red sector 2. Sort of what we expect, due to the fact that Mohammed was orange in the second and third sectors. Jack Berman also red sector 2. Howling red sector 1. So can Mini just improve that final sector enough to jump Mohammed? Here we go into the final corner, full send. He sets the bike up. Will he go into pole position? Yes, he does. Mini currently on pole position, but Jack Berman looking to break his heart. Now as they go into the final corner, can Jack Berman take Mini's place on pole position? Yes, he can by just under 0.3 of a second. Here comes Howling now as he enters the final sector roundabout now. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. To Howling, can he make it 2 out of 2 poles at the Kimi ring? Jack Berman never had a pole position. Round the final corner. On the last lap possible, Howling goes into pole by half a second and Finley has crashed, and it's another non-classified lap for Finley. So Howling Siege takes another pole position, Jack Berman takes second, Mini third, Mohammed fourth, Josh fifth, Max sixth, and Finley in seventh. So got a couple people in different places. Mini hoping not to clash lines with Josh this time, or clash lines with anyone this time, because he does seem to have the podium pace to win, and it's the exact same weather as last time. So they'll know if they could do any sort of. They can't really. All they can change is the brakes, and the electronics and the tires. So they might have realised they picked the wrong tires, but I really doubt that. But let's see. Right, let's go. Howling on pole, Jack in second, Mini in third. What's going to happen? And the rough, Mohammed once again getting a launch of a great launch. He goes round the outside of everyone as he takes the lead into turn 1, and Mini managed to stay on and maintains third place. So Mohammed leads the way, Howling in second place as they go into turn 4. Mohammed, will he run wide this time? No, Mini goes straight into the back of his teammate and has lost a lot of time from that, and Max is going to inherit the third position from that as now they go down the straight. Mohammed maintains the lead. A lot better than last time as they all filed down the straight, and I've said down the straight too many times there, as they go into breakings into turn 5, many stoppies and stuff going in there, and Mini goes into third place after Max's big mistake. Mini now looking to get underneath his teammate, and he does! Wow, nice. Oh, now Howling's been taken by Jack Berman as well. The guys doing the right thing and getting underneath Howling and stopping him from making any sort of progress. But Howling's fighting straight back as he now fights his way, tries to fight his way back up to the lead as they go through the double right. Oh, Finley and Max had a collision, but luckily they've managed to stay on as they now go into blind right. All 7 of the riders. Max taking a very understeering line, unfortunately, because the front seemed to wash out a little bit. But look at this. Oh, Howling making a mistake there. But Howling able to take a much tighter line compared to the 2 guys in front of him. Oh, Josh has gone down. Disaster for him. Howling getting a good X there as he pulls alongside his teammate and goes into second place. Can Mini fight back? He might be able to, actually. Yes, he does, because Howling's had to run a little bit wider due to the excessive corner speed. And Howling's back into third place. Jack Berman looks to fight back as he goes into the hairpin. Jack Berman's right on his rear wheel. He sits Howling up and Jack Berman finds his way through into third place. These guys are doing a great job as Howling, using the slipstream, retakes position from Jack as now they go into turn 5. Howling braking a lot later. Is he going to run wide? Yes, he has run wide. Jack Berman sits up the side and he's gone down. Oh no! Oh, that's so frustrating. And Finley's got a long lap penalty as well, but Jack being so aggressive just to try and stay in front of Howling, and unfortunately that contact has caused Jack to crash out. And both Mark VDS riders are down in 6th and 7th place. So Howling doesn't have to worry about Jack Berman now, and he can just focus on Mini and Mohammed. And Finley's crashed again. That he won't help with his long lap penalty. Oh no, Mini's is that a front end slide? He's run wide and Howling goes up the inside and takes 2nd position from him. Can Mini fight back on his teammate? No, he cannot. Howling just taking way up. Actually, no, Mini. He gets the run on Howling. Can he make a move into the final corner? Howling taking a very defensive line. And he maintains 2nd position after Mini being right on his rear wheel. But they go side by side down the straight. Howling just keeping in front. As now they enter the 3rd lap. Howling makes a mistake and he's gone down. No! Oh, his line drifts into Mini and he's gone down. Howling is... That's surely his race winning chance is over. Now Mohammed is in 1st, Mini is in 2nd. What on earth could go down here? Max is in 4th, Jack Berman's in 5th, Howling 4th, Howling's 5th, Josh is 6th, and Finley in 7th, who has just failed his long lap penalty. So now these two, they've got clean air, they don't have to worry about Howling. Which one of these two are going to win the race? It could be Max for all we know. These two might collide or both crash at different points and Max can inherit the lead. But Mohammed out in the lead by 1.2 seconds. Max in 3rd. I don't think you quite believe he's in 3rd at this point, but he has got Jack Berman who is charging behind him. He had good pace in the 1st race. With Max just taking at the wide entry line, so he's taking a lot tighter line in the mid corner. But Jack will be hoping not to fight with Max too much, because you will know that Howling will be charging. He doesn't have any traffic anymore, no one to worry about behind him. So he can go full pelt at his pace, and that pace is quite strong, as we saw from race 1 and both qualifying sessions. And Howling's definitely pushing that because he's gone right on the edge of the curb as they go into turn 1 for these two for the final podium spot. Through the long left-hander as they switch to the hairpin. Jack Berman looks up the inside, can't quite make the same move he made on Howling Siege a couple of laps ago. Can Jack make... Jack's actually set the fastest lap of the race, so Jack's actually got some really strong pace here. It's just unfortunate that he's crashed. Oh, Max is run quite wide. Jack goes up the inside. It is not deja vu, and Jack is through into 3rd position. Can Max fight back? No, he can't. Mini now got the gap down to 1 second. He was under a second at one point, but it seems like these two are just trading places. Well, trading time in different places. Mini, look at that, taking a much tighter line compared to Mohammed, but Mohammed's going to be able to get a little bit of a better exit out the corner. But I think out of these two, it's just going to be whoever makes the least amount of mistakes. Because I think on pace wise, they're pretty much equal. You can see Howling back in the background there. He's closing in on the podium. So onto the penultimate lap, half a second the gap. Through to one, Mohamed's made a mistake, he goes onto the grass. That's lost him time. And Mini is in the slipstream, in the zone of slipstream now. So he's going to get some really nice toe down the straight. But Mini not choosing to take the slipstream. Maybe that's just him thinking about taking the right braking zone, possibly. It's the only thing I could think of from doing that. He doesn't want to risk braking early or finding a new braking marker. But into turn 5 to go. As Max hasn't actually been dropped by Jack, which is good. He's keeping him under pressure, but Howling now is right there as well, only 1.5 seconds from the podium. So keep an eye on that gap. Right at the moment we focus fully on this battle for the leaders. Mini's front slides, and that's cost him his run through the first right, but his second right is okay. As Howling looks to take 4th place from Max anytime now. Mini is just right there on Mohamed, but Mohamed's not making too many mistakes here. He's closing the door every place possible, but that's just going to let Mini take a lot better speed. Just going to take in the tight line. Wide line. Mini takes the tighter line. Can Mini make the move into the final corner? No, he's not quite close enough. It's down the straight they go to start the final lap of this race. Gonna have a new winner. Mini takes the lead as they go into turn 1. Can Mohamed attack back? Yes, there's contact between the two. Oh my lord! Thankfully, there's no crash. But that was very scary. But Mini now leads the way and could be on to win his first race, or will Mohamed snatch it back as they go down the straight? Howling's gone down again after making a collision with Max. God knows what's happened there. Josh might help him as well. Oh, Mohamed's made a mistake as well onto the grass. And Mini's taking a wide line. He's going to cut back for the late apex, and Mohamed just not close enough to overtake. Oh, Mohamed's had a massive bobble on the front, and that might be it. Who knows? As they go into the blind right-hander now. So a few more corners to go. And Max has now got a long lap penalty. Mohamed's gone down the hairpin. Oh, cruel, cruel luck. But Mini now through the penultimate corner and into the final corner, and it's going to be a second win for Federal Cassini Calex, but it's actually going to be Mini this time who wins his first ever VollGazz race, his first ever VollGazz podium. Unbelievable. Jack Boomer takes second. Mohamed, after all that, takes third. Max finishes in 4th, despite his long lap penalty as well. Josh finishes in 5th. Howling in 6th. And Finley, hopefully he can finish in 7th. Played his cards very well there.
Starts to fill up with the top.
So Mini takes his first win and podium ever in VollGazz. Jack Berman takes second, Mohamed in third, Max 4th, Josh 5th, Howling 6th, and Finley in 7th. So we will interview the podium for race 1. Which... well, it was Josh, but he's disappeared, so I guess we won't speak to Josh. But we can still talk to the other two. Damn it, didn't mean to do that. Right, so we will talk to Jack Berman first. So, Jack, hello. So, race 1, you took second position. To be honest, I can't really remember what happened, but I believe you sort of just found yourself in second place. Oh, you were battling with your teammate Josh for quite a while, then you got the better of him, and then you just kept the gap at a constant and you brought home second. How was that race for you?
Well, the qualifying wasn't the greatest, so I couldn't get a lap in really. But I knew I didn't really care starting at the back of the grid because turn one I knew I probably would have been able to get a couple of positions up, and I did. I think I got into like P3. But the race overall was actually very good. The bike was smooth the whole race. It was. I had front tire. My front tire was absolutely destroyed. I made a bit of a wrong tire choice really, but I was just thereabouts. Howland just had really good pace, so I was trying to catch him, but couldn't really do that. And I had the long lap, and I was worried that I wouldn't have pulled a big enough gap, but I did in the end. Yeah, and that race went really well.
Yeah, so well done on your second position, and we'll speak to you in a few moments. So, Howling, you got pole position. You didn't actually take the whole shot. Mohammed took the whole shot, but then you took first position at the hairpin before the long straight, and then you cleared off to never be seen again. So, how was it?
Yeah, first race was good. Pace was alright. For considering that I only practiced today this track due to work, it was alright. But I cannot be too happy, man, because second race was so shit that I don't know, man. I'm just so frustrated.
Yeah, especially given the championship challenges weren't really here as well.
Yeah, true.
Apart from like Jack Berman, he's been pretty consistent so far this season.
Yeah.
But,
hopefully next race we can ride with the contenders Deck and Nelson again.
Yeah. Yeah, well done on your win, and
Thank you.
speak to you maybe in under an hour. Yeah. Right, so Mohammed, I'm pretty sure that would be a bit of a heartbreaking race for you, because in race 2 you got once again an amazing launch, and you led for pretty much the whole way until the final lap when Mini overtook you. Then you had the big contact after your lines merged, and then you were pushing and and then you had a little bit of a front end slide in sector 3, and then unfortunately going into the start of the hairpin section you lost the front, and you lost your chance at the debut victory. But you still got third place, so how was it?
For my first race, oh my god, I don't know what happened to me on the first race. I don't feel good with the bike. I don't feel anything on the bike. So far the first race, the most disaster race I ever raced on Moto 2. But on the second race, I feel a little bit good at the start of the race. Until the mid half of the race, it feels something. Well done to Mini, because he put pressure on me, and he keeps coming at me second by seconds. At the last lap, he was on side by side with me, and then on the first corner we did a good corner, and then I hit a little bit of backside of his on his rear. But fortunately, nothing happened to us. So it was a good race, but I don't feel any good with this track. I don't like this track. But it's okay. I got P3. It's so good to Jack as well, because he overtook me. Always good. Thanks, Jack.
Yeah. So congratulations on your podium, and hopefully you can maybe get another one in under an hour's time. Right, so we return to Jack Berman. So, at the start of the race, Mini was able to do, you pounced on Howling being a little bit ruffled, and you took third place from Howling, and then you and Howling started having a little bit of battle. And then unfortunately, Howling ran a little bit wide on, I think it was lap 2. At turn 5, you tried to go up the inside, you made contact, and unfortunately you went down. But then you kept plugging away, you got past Max, and then after Mohammed's crash, you inherited second place for another, for 2 solid second place finishes. So how was it?
Well, qualifying as well, I actually managed to get in a lap time this time, so that was alright. But I didn't have the greatest of starts, fell down to 5th. And straight away I saw Mohammed take the lead, and that was actually kind of good for me because I didn't want Howland to pull away because I thought I had the pace to maybe battle for the lead this race. But I just tried my best. I had to be aggressive in the first couple of laps just to try and stay with them because I know Mini had really good pace that race as well, to stay with the Grassini boys and Mohammed. So I just pushed really hard. Me and Howling came together, but didn't really mind about that because it's just a racing incident. Yeah, and just had to push my way back up after that crash. I got past Mad Max, so I put about a 3-second gap on him. And then when I got into third, I had troubles from Howland. I thought he was going to catch me, but it's unfortunate for him. He crashed, unfortunately. And then at one point, coming onto the final lap, I thought I could have got the win because I had a feeling that there was going to be a coming together. But in the end, Mohammed unfortunately crashed as well on the final sector, I think it was. Not sure what happened, and I managed to take another second position, what's good for my championship.
Yeah, so congratulations, good job, and we will
Thank
see
you.
you on, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, Mini, after your unfortunate crash in the first race, which denied you of a debut podium, in the second race you got a much better start. You managed to get in front of your teammate, but then just get in front of you, but then you made a mistake and he crashed, and then you started to close in on Mohammed on the final lap. You made your attack, put a perfect final lap together, and brought home a debut victory. How was it for you?
Yeah, the race won. I came in nice and tight. I think the bike must have gone a bit wide and had a bit of contact with Josh, which was unfortunate, but it happens. Just kept my head down and got a P4 in that race. So well done to those three that won the first race. And the second race, I kind of thought go a bit easier for the first few laps and then start really giving it a push. And I was able to get the pass on Mad Max on the back straight after him coming up my inside on turn 4, and then got him on turn 5 by outbraking him and getting the corner right. Then I started to close on Howling, and at turn 1 we had a bit of a touch on my screen, but I don't know what happened on his screen, which kind of forced me out wide, and the way it looked fine, so he was able to continue, and then it just went down. So I don't know whether it was a bit of my fault or it was all my fault. I'm not entirely sure. And then I was able to just keep pushing until the last lap. I saw that that Mohammed may have outbroke himself a little on turn 1, and then I was able to just keep the lead from there. So well done to Mohammed and well done to Jack. I'm really pleased with this P1, and give this P1 to the Grassini boys and for Howling.
Yeah, so well done. First win. Hopefully more to come. And
yes,
after a run of, I think, in 6 races you've had 8 No, that's actually in 6 races you've had 5 8th places, so I'm pretty sure this is you're thankful
Yes,
that that's finally come to an end.
Yes, hopefully.
Hopefully. So that has been Moto 2. Division 2 will be in literally a few seconds whenever Nelson gets that lobby set up. And now, yeah. So we'll see you guys for Moto 2 next week. Goodbye.